Hey everyone! Today I am going to be showing you two tools that I use to stay organized and keep everything digital so that I avoid using paper. 2020 is a time when I will try to use more digital stuff. Since in my line of work, I actually can't work on anything if I am not online, so I might as well do my to-do lists online as well. So thank you so much. My name is Yasmin Robas with Robas Designs, where I create jewelry, websites, and brands for entrepreneurs who are hell-bent on taking over the world. And I am also the founder of the Digital Hustle Tribe, which is a group of awesome people who are hustlers. They have side gigs. They are full-time entrepreneurs, but we are do-it-yourselfers, so we try to figure things out ourselves, and either because we want to or because we don't have the budget to, and we're a pretty startup. And so the Digital Hustle Tribe is just a place for us to get together. We get to learn something. So there's writing websites. There's other workshops from $15 to $200 workshops. And as a member, you get to go to all of them for one price. So ask me about that if you are interested. But in this video, like I mentioned, we are going to be looking through Asana and Trello, and these are the ways that I stay organized. Trello because a lot of my clients like it, and that's what I started off with, and Asana just because it feels a bit more robust than Trello does, and also gives you the same visuals as Trello, but it can expand. It's more I feel like it's even better for team management, so that's what I use and what you can see here. And then Trello is for personal, but also for teams, although I wish it had some more capabilities. So I'm going to go through both of them. Right now what you see is my personal Asana. I'm not going to show you my client Asana, which is full, but I wouldn't want to show you client work, or client information. So I'm going to show you my personal Asana. And then Trello, there are some client stuff in there, but most of it is when I was testing Trello or using it, or just for this video, kind of adding things in there. So Trello is really awesome. It has a phone app. I believe Asana does too. You can customize the color. You can do a bunch of stuff. They have what's called the power-ups, where you pay and then you can get more features. But this is the free version, and so you can see that these are called boards. You can add teams, so like website team, or if you are like me and you have all these ideas going on, and let's close out of that. Okay. If you have teams, so for example, this is a perfect one. If I run Robos Designs and I also run Digital Hustle Tribe and I also run another thing, a cleaning company, then these would be teams, and so the people within these teams would only see that stuff, if that makes any sense. Same thing with Asana. So these are just boards, so these are all your boards for that team. And this was a business, so like this was a lead tracker that I created. New leads connected, they said yes, so then I would move them through the process, follow up later, no, and then I would move them to another board. And each of these could be like add card, and then you can go in here, comment on the card, add a description or information that you think, like notes from the meeting, add checklist, due date, attach things, drag and drop them over, add people to them. So my assistant has Trello. I can add her into this one and she would see it and see what she has to do for it. So all cool things. And then you can move them. So let's say I am on this phase of the project, and I can move it over. So again, another test, which I can just move things over. This is also great for personal. Or if you just want to categorize one board as to do, doing, and done, you can just move things over. It's really, really great. So it has a lot of good capabilities for that. compared to Asana. So I'm showing you Asana Personal. I really like Asana because it gives you that board feel if you want it. So you can still move things around, you can organize things by board, but you can also organize things by list. So these are sections, and these are the to-dos within the section. The great thing about this is that you don't stop here. You can, you can go in through here, create deadlines, assign it to different people, and then description, and then again commenting. You can add people to it. You can follow a list so you can get updates but not really be in it. And then the great thing about it is that each of these to-dos right here can have subtasks. So we all know there's tasks that are dependent on other tasks being done first, or making ourselves feel better. Like if you have this giant, let's say you're launching a course, well, it's not just this one of this, you could make the project course launch, and then one of the sections could be website, and then within the website you would have design, development, testing, and uploading content, anything like that. And then within those, so let's say this was the design part of it. In the subtasks, you could do homepage, sales page, contact page, and then within those, so let's see, we could do a subtask. Okay, so I have a subtask. You can again assign this, even if this section is assigned to someone else, you can assign this to someone else. Depending on how the team is structured, this one can have its own due date. And then this one, so now we're inside the test subfield, and you can see this pop up here. This one can have its own, again, its own due date and its own task, and it can also have its own subtask. So it can really branch out. So for example, if it was design, well, one of the tasks, if the section was a website, and then the task was design, and then subtask level one would be homepage, and then under that it would be create icons, create, gather copy, gather color scheme, test out mobile, design desktop, all that stuff. So, or gather button colors, whatever that may be, or create wireframe. So the subtasks can start branching out, and each of those can have its own due date, its own person assigned to it. Just delete that. Okay, and then it tells you you completed it, and then they can be color coded. So let's say you have a course launch coming up, you also have one-on-one clients, and you have something in your own business stuff, you can color code them and add them here. You can add them to favorites. You get a list of my tasks here, so you can see all of the things that you get to do. You can view this in the calendar format, which is great because you can then move things over to be done at other times. Color coding, what else? You can set a status, forms, files, you can attach things. So Trello is great too in that you can attach things. It's just, think of Trello as a more simplified version of Asana. If you get if you're like, I don't need, at this stage, I do not need all of this stuff, and you don't have a big team, let's just say it's one of you or two of you, your partners, and you're just tackling this business thing, and you're doing a great job, Trello would be ideal because you can then both have accounts and then look through the marketing, let's say, and if one of you is in charge of A, B, and C, but need to let the other person know, you can tag them, and then when approved, then you can launch it. So it's really, really great. You can I love that you can attach files, because let's say that you're working with a social media guru and they are posting for you, then you can attach all the files and put the copy in there, and then they see it on there and they can download it and post and not have to worry about it. Both of them work great with phone. I like Asana. I think Trello should be able to do it too, but Asana sends me notifications in the morning of what I get to do that day. So like this morning I woke up and I saw like, oh, these notifications pop up. That's up to you. I like seeing them because I like waking up, listening to my NPR, and seeing my calendar. So Asana is just another thing where I'm like, this is great. I get to do all this stuff. And it's a get to, not a have to. I get to do all this stuff, and then I can say, okay, I'm going to structure my day. Maybe I'll hurry up and go get my coffee because I know I have a long day of to-do lists, or I'm waiting on a lot of stuff from developers and designers. I get to work on, maybe I'll shift some things around and get to work on some more marketing pieces or create this awesome video for you. So yeah, that's two of the things that I use. I know there's a lot of other ones. There is a to-do list. There's Basecamp if you have a team. There's a bunch of them. It depends on how you want to format everything. Do you want it to be like a list format? Do you want this view? Do you want it to be, so it just, how do you want to read it? And then how much do you really need? So is it just you and you just need reminders every so often? Or do you need to be able to attach things and send them to other people? Yeah, so let me know what you think, if you've used Asana or Trello, what you think of each of them, how they work for you, if there's any hacks that I don't know, but that you do. I am thinking of switching to Premium Asana just because I want and you can Google it, it's like the timeline view. I think it's called a Gantt or Gantt template, where you can do it on Excel, but I don't have the time. You have your dates at the top, and then you have on one side you would have the people working on things or the project or whatever, however you want to organize it, and then you will see the timeline of how long it's going to take, and then you can see where everything overlaps, and you can connect different parts of the project, if that makes any sense. So I'm thinking about doing that in 2020. We will see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know if there's any other ones that you use or any hacks that you've had, or if you have tried going paperless for a year. I'm not saying I'm going to go completely paperless, but I'm not going to purchase a planner this year, paper planner, and we will see how it goes. But I'm going to dive into using Asana a lot, even for personal. As you can see, I've already started. And I will let you know how it goes. But let me know if you have any questions. Again, my name is Yasmin with Global Designs, and I am also the founder of Digital Hustle Tribe, where we get together, drink wine sometimes, have some food, and learn about websites and social media and how to level up our businesses. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll catch you later.